Yeah. All right, so I'm on with Mike Anderson at Raider Flooring, and I wanted him to help answer the question because I've got clients that are, you know, their backs against the wall, they're strapped for cash, and I'm offering a solution that I think they know and believe they need to do something. They think they've heard about me. They know that the things I do will work, but it's expensive. So 9, 10 grand, or whatever the price is, it could be upwards of 15 grand for me to come out and visit as well. So taking the chance, figuring it out on a credit card, figuring out how to do that. And then these people have also done other things in the past that haven't worked. They've taken a risk, they've taken a gamble. So what would you say to them when they're, I understand what they're going through, but their back's against the wall here. So what would you say to them?
Well, I mean, my back was against the wall. Cash flow wasn't there. Traffic wasn't coming in. What traffic was coming in, I had staff that just wasn't selling. But let's go back to why I got my back to the wall. Wrong staff was one. Performance wasn't there. Had I had this program, it could have probably changed it, and a couple of them could have stayed. But they put my back against the wall by not closing a lot of the customers that was walking through the door. But that said, I get rid of everybody because I can't afford them. They're not making me any money. So met Jerry in this wonderful program.
But that's a good point too. I want to go over that with you because I keep meeting people that they're frustrated with their salespeople because their salespeople's performance isn't good. But how much of that has to do with a complicated process? Like it's difficult to figure out and give a price.
It has a lot to do with it. Because if you're not up to date with your pricing and you don't have everything, whether you're using a particular software, whether it be RFMS, Q-Force, Forzat, QuickBooks, or whatever, if that's not updated in your system for them to easily get the pricing, it makes it difficult trying to find the pricing. So that holds them back.
Yeah. I really think that's the secret sauce of all this is once you make pricing easier, whether you hire me or not, if you can dig in and make your pricing system easier, do all inclusive, one price in the home, and move faster. Because that's the other thing I keep finding people that have this process that's just, they go out and measure, they come back, they email a quote. And this whole thing is about being accurate, about giving a price in an industry with no standards. So keep arguing, how are you accurate in an industry that has no standards for wholesale price, retail price, installation price? Accurate according to who?
Right. Yeah. I mean, you have to have accurate pricing at some sort. I mean, with your system, it was easy. You take your cost, figure out all your cost of everything, and you put a package together, display for display. You don't need to price things that aren't on your showroom floor. You just need to make sure your showroom floor has pricing.
So before, were you giving a quote in the home?
I could, because I did have all the pricing and had access to it, but my sales staff did not. I mean, at times they had to go back and look for the pricing in order to do it. So it made it difficult. Had they, I don't know, let me just say, they had access to the pricing. It's just, they didn't take the steps to get it. They had it available to them at the drop of a hat, but they didn't have this easy pricing strategy that you have set up. Bundling everything, already having a price to where you can just rattle it off immediately without having to go and figure everything out.
But one of the things that you did too, and you took massive action and priced your showroom out, and that's something a lot of people have a hard time believing that. Most of them are frustrated because of all the price increases, so they're worried about pricing the showroom out and then having to redo it again. And then on top of that, there's this fear of people seeing the price and then turning around and walking out. What's the experience like now that the prices are on the displays?
It's given them a better idea of what they're looking at spending. Yeah, the price on the displays is high, but it needs to be high. You never know if you are going to get another increase. So if you set that margin high enough on your display, you have an opportunity based on how many square foot, what you got going on in the house, to discount it 10, 15, 20, 25%. So that needs to be part of your sales pitch too. You're trying to find out how much square footage they have. Based on the square footage they tell you their house is, you can already have discounted it just a little bit to get some more interest out of them.
No.
But pricing is not hurt at all. It's actually helped.
Now, I've argued that having the prices on the displays makes the people focus on it much less. When they can see it, they know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not forced to remember what you told them.
Right.
Which makes them focus on it less. And the other thing that I've argued, have you seen people that, something's out of their price range, but since it's on there, they start building reasons in their head about why they should go ahead and spend more money. And without you being a master salesperson, you don't have to be, because they'll sell themselves.
Yes.
So they'll start building up reasons why they should go ahead and pay more for something.
I had one, for instance, yesterday, and they were going between two products, and they were within 25 cents a square foot of each other. And it was a cash and carry. They were going to do the install themselves. What did they end up getting? The higher priced one. Why? Had a better wear layer. That was it. They talked themselves into buying a better wear layer product.
Yeah. I always said that when we had the silver, gold, platinum carpet from Shaw on their color wall, people always gravitated to the most expensive one. They didn't go with the middle price, which everybody believes people go with the middle price. They don't. And I actually learned this from Disneyland. They do that with balls that they have, that people gravitate to the most expensive one, not the middle price. So, but that's when they can see the price. Mm-hmm. So, and I've always said, psychology wise, I have no, this is an observation I've had. I have no idea why that people do that, but that's what I've observed, is that people tend to go with the highest price one when given a choice between three.
We all do it. After you put this in front of me and started looking at it a little bit more, I started realizing when I'm in a store picking out a particular product and they have 4 different options of that product on the shelf: price, 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 different price. Which one's giving me better? What is this one giving me everything that I need? And before you know it, I'm either bought the most expensive or one step down based on my needs and what I have to have with that product. So I am looking at the price, but I'm also looking at the product and what it's going to give me or what I need. So I was like, wow, we do this. It's just human nature to do that.
So guys, I'm telling everybody exactly what we do here. I mean, it's bundling, it's making it easy, putting prices on the displays. Mostly everything's marked at a 55% margin, not markup, margin. And the difference between you doing it yourself and hiring me is just speed. I'll help you do it with confidence a lot quicker. But if you can't afford or can't justify paying me what I charge, then do it yourself. I'm telling you, I've got so many videos out there for free. You can just scour through those, find the ones that you need and do it yourself, but take some massive action and get this stuff done. I think it's worth it to price things out. And you'll find that if you do hire me, I'm paying for myself that first month that you hired me. I met with you the last week of August, and September was $50,000 higher than your average month, and it was your highest month ever in September, right?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Highest month all year.
So with also some of your highest margins ever. Is that
Yes.
correct? So the profitability was there. So, it's a good investment. It'll pay for itself quickly. The brand is profit now. I expect everyone to profit now. Just do what I tell you to do, and you'll profit quickly. And it's not just coaching. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm handing you the price sheets. I'm handing you the information, the signs, the presentation. So we're doing a lot for you. It's not just coaching and giving you advice. So, all right, Mike, thank you.
Absolutely.
That answers the question, is it worth it? And then is it okay if they reach out to you?
Yes.
So, okay, sounds good. Now we're going to get on our coaching call. Thanks for doing this.